Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Bereshus Rabbanim, Bereshus Avimori. On behalf of Tomche Shabbos of Rockland County, Al Shem Rab Chaim Munzer, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight in such a strong show of support. This past Thursday night, I walked around our warehouse and I asked the many volunteers what message they'd like me to deliver here tonight on their behalf. Most people asked me to express the Hakar Satov to you, the ones that fund this effort. I think one volunteer said it best when he said, tell them that when I make my way through the dark, empty streets late Thursday night, making deliveries of Shabbos Pekelach, they stand alongside me, for they're a full partner in this mitzvah. There was one additional mitzvah that the volunteers asked me to deliver here tonight. They asked me to express the great admiration for an individual whose life is dedicated to the aniyim of our community, a person who has become the very embodiment of Chesed and Tomche Shabbos, which is of course synonymous. They asked me to express their profound respect for our leader, Rabbi Yaakov Yosef Moskowitz. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu grant him arichas yamim v'shanim to continue in his avodas HaKodesh. There's the most interesting pasuk in Mishlei Kaf Beis, Perek Beis, which reads, Ashir v'rosh nifgashu asa kulam Hashem. The rich man and the poor man meet. Hashem is the maker of them all. A pasuk like this calls out for explanation, and Rashi offers that explanation. Rashi explains this pasuk in the following manner. There exists a poor man struggling to meet his barest requirements. At the very same time, in the very same town, there exists a wealthy man who's quite comfortable. And Hashem arranges that the two meet. And what transpires at that meeting has a long-term impact on the financial future of each of these two individuals. The single only reason that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave the rich man his money way back then was for that very moment, for that very ani. If he gives the ani generously, if he responds appropriately, he's fulfilled the tafkid of his money, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu continues to bestow upon him greater bracha. If, on the other hand, he turns his back on the ani, he brushes him off, he doesn't have time, then one day, sometime in the future, the roles will be reversed. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu will arrange it so this rich man finds himself, chas v'shalom, on the receiving end. The ani and the ashir are each living in a sayon. How each responds to their nisayon will determine their financial future. Each of us here is considered an ashir. We baruch Hashem, we have food for our children, we have a roof over our home, overhead. Yet at the same time, right here in Muncie, there are parents that will stay awake tonight, not quite sure what they're going to feed their children tomorrow morning. Tonight is our meeting with this ani. And so we've gathered here together. We've gathered here to answer on a sayon with a firmness and with a determination. For indeed, how we respond tonight dictates each of our financial future. Tomche Shabbos of Rockland County receives mail on a regular basis. Tonight I've decided to share some of those letters with you. About 2 weeks ago, we received a small cash donation from a fund we'd never heard of before named the Al-K Charitable Fund, with a personalized letter by the president of the fund, which reads, every month I donate a certain amount of money to a different organization. I really enjoy doing a great mitzvah every month. This month I chose you because you do some amazing things to help people. Sincerely, President Kayla Berkowitz, 4th grade at Teres Beis Yaakov. A family with 8 children writes, although what you think you send is food, along with that you have given us Simcha Shabbos V'Yontif and often Shalom Bayis. Here's another letter. I'm a single mother with small children, and there are times that I have 10 cents in my pocket. If not for your box every week, I don't know what my children would eat. This last message was left in our answering machine I just want to let you know that I'm going to manage. I would like not to receive Tomche Shabbos. I just want to thank you enormously for the boxes for the last couple of weeks. It really made me cry when the box came. A hopeless Klal Yisrael should have a geula because of all your kindness. Another recipient writes, I am writing with tears in my eyes because it seems as though my marriage is on the brink of being over. The financial stress is causing so much tension, and it is now starting to affect my oldest son. As of this time, I do not know how we will make Purim of Pesach. I work full-time, and I'm extremely exhausted, and I'm on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I do not know what to do. Keeping up with the rent, putting food on the table, and tuition is just overwhelming. The boys need clothing and shoes for Pesach, but I just don't have the means to provide them. I just want to escape and let whatever happens, happen. I cannot cope any longer. In another letter, a mother writes, my family has been under a lot of pressure. We had tremendous medical expenses since we had no insurance, and we didn't qualify for Medicaid. We ended up filing for bankruptcy. Just as we thought that we were getting back on our feet, my husband lost his job and for 10 months did not have a steady income. We do not know how long we can continue. Written by a 14-year-old girl. It was written to the principal of a school who forwarded it, and the letter reads, my parents are divorced and the house is terribly unstable. Our dinners usually consist of bread and eggs. There are cockroaches everywhere. I'm so used to seeing them stroll along the kitchen table that I don't even flinch as they saunter by. No matter how much I clean, the house is always dirty, filthy. Mommy is usually in bed all day. She cries a lot. I try to comfort her. I bring her tea in a water bottle. She likes that. I'm always strong. The younger ones need me. I study hard sometimes. Nobody really cares how I do in school. If I like the teacher, I study and concentrate and usually grade in the 90s. If I don't, I just sit there politely and get away with an 80 or so. It's hard to understand why my classmates act up, misbehave, and laugh at silly things. Who knows? Maybe I'll never understand. My favorite day of the week is Thursday night. Tomche Shabbos, a charity organization, delivers a package, and I always stay up waiting for it. I tell my mother that I love her and she should go to sleep. I'll unpack. Truth is, I want to get all the goodies before the other children get to it. The letter continues, but I think we've read enough. Tonight, I'd like to respond to this young lady. Dear Chani, it can't be easy being 14 years old with the weight of the world resting on your shoulders. Please remember, though, that you are not alone. You, your siblings, and your mother are our concern. Remember that as Achenu B'nai Yisrael, we will not rest until we find you a happier and a healthier tomorrow. I know how difficult this must be, but please try to remember that you and your family are living in a Soyon. But we as well are also living in a Soyon. And we intend to meet on a Soyon with a firmness and with a determination. Please tell your mother and your siblings to hold on as best as they can, because tonight, Klal Yisrael has strengthened their resolve. Thank you.